This episode of Off The Script is brought to you by WrestleCrate. WrestleCrate is a monthly pro wrestling-based subscription service, and each month, subscribers will receive a new pro wrestling-themed mystery crate. To go and subscribe, please go and visit their website at www.wrestlecrate.com and on Twitter at WrestleCrates. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this is WWE Off The Script, episode number 63, part number 1, to start your weekends off the right way, man. Every time you see Off The Script in your sub boxes on a Friday morning, you know what fucking time it is, man. It's time to grab a cold fucking beverage and listen to the number one source for all your WWE news and rumors, right here on YouTube.com. Thank you so much for joining me and spending your Friday afternoon with me. I got a lot of news lined up for you guys this weekend, especially on this Friday, man. It's going to be a somber episode. A somber episode of Off The Script, guys. I got a few stories that aren't too positive. So we're going to get right into that in a little bit. But before I do that, quickly, I want to thank once again WrestleCrate.com, the guys over at WrestleCrate, and Mr. Edward Allen for giving me the opportunity to work alongside them. If you guys want to sign up for next month's crate, that is May 2015, you guys are going to get an instant 10% off your first crate. All you have to do is enter the promo code at checkout, JD sent me. That's all one word, all capital letters, man. Just type in that promo code, JD sent me, and you guys are going to get an instant 10% off any crate of your choosing for May 2015. I can't wait to see what they got coming up next. Should be fucking epic. All I know is that you're either going to get a battle pack, WWE figurine pack, or you're going to get an elite figure by Mattel, man. And you're going to get a t-shirt. That's going to be off the fucking chain. I can't wait to see what the guys are over at WrestleCrate are going to deliver us for May 2015. So please go ahead and support them. Their links are down below in the description, okay? If you guys want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook, which I'm never on because I really don't give a fuck, you can follow me all across social media and keep up to date with whatever I'm doing right here on YouTube.com, and more importantly, on Off The Script, okay? And if you guys missed my Monday Night Raw review, yes, I did rant on the King of the Ring. If you guys want to go listen to that epic rant, that is also down in the description below, okay? Now that we got that out of the way, okay, let's get into the news. I'm going to start off with the passing of Verne Gagne. He passes away at the age of 89 years old. My thoughts and prayers go out to all his friends and family. Gagne was the owner, promoter of the American Wrestling Association, the AWA, until the company eventually folded in 1991. He's recognized as a 16-time World Heavyweight Champion, having held the AWA World Championship on 10 occasions, the Omaha World Championship 5 times, and the IWA World Championship once. His 2,626 days as AWA World Champion are the most ever, topping Nick Bockwinkel and his 1,714 days as champion. Those numbers are just fucking out of this world, man. You will never see anything like that in modern day professional wrestling ever again. He also holds the record for the most days as a world champion if you combine all his reigns across all companies together. Gagne is one of a select few to be a member of the WWE, WCW, Pro Wrestling, and Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame. He was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease later in his life, and he was living with his daughter and her husband until his passing. So my thoughts and prayers this week. The wrestling world lost a legend. Verne Gagne passes away at the age of 89. And Alzheimer's, man, that pretty much hits close to home, because my grandfather, his birthday is Monday, May 4th, and it will be his second birthday since his passing. He passed away, if you guys have been following me, last February 3rd, 2014, and he passed away from Alzheimer's. And it was a very difficult situation for my family, and I still think about him every day. and I don't want to make this into a JD sob story, but, just looking at the word and the disease, Alzheimer's, it just, like I said, it hits home, because I dealt with that, and now, my Aunt Teresa's going through the same thing. She's relatively young. She's not even in her 70s. She's in her late 60s, and she was a very young, vibrant woman. She was, great to be around, and she was very heavily involved in the church. And I remember as kids, we used to go over her house, and, during the summer, just, take a dip in the pool. Just make a random stop over at, my Aunt Teresa's house and visit my Uncle John and just go into the swimming pool and just hang around. And, she would make dinner, and it was just really, really close. Family was good back in the day. But, a lot of things have gone on in my family, especially on my mother's side, with my grandpa's passing, like I said, and now with my Aunt Teresa, that's her sister, with Alzheimer's disease. It's I don't know what's going on with that, but, Alzheimer's disease is not anything to, take lightly. It's a very, very dangerous disease, and it's a deteriorating disease. And, my mom was telling me, she got the news of my grandpa's passing when it happened, and she's seen him every day, deteriorating in the nursing home. And my mom told me that I was lucky I didn't have to see him like that. Even though it hurts that I didn't see him, and I could have told him that I loved him and this and that. And the last fucking image I seen of him was in a casket. And that's not the way I wanted to go about that, but I had no choice. It just happened all of a sudden. You get that phone call, and your fucking world's upside down, and you're shocked, and this and that. But Verne Gagne with Alzheimer's disease, I didn't know that. I didn't know that much of it. But like I said, I wish his family, his friends, and everyone in the wrestling industry and in the business who worked alongside him, who knew him personally, all my thoughts and prayers go out to them. Because, like I said, Alzheimer's disease is nothing to take lightly, and I hope one of these days there is a cure for that deadly piece of shit disease. Because I can't stand even looking at the fucking word Alzheimer's, man. It's just not good, man. It just doesn't make anybody feel good to hear that word. So, like I said, my thoughts and prayers go out to the Gagne family, and the wrestling world honestly lost a legend in Verne Gagne, who passes away at the age of 89 years old. Okay, now, on to more terrible news. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news this week on part one, guys, but you TNA fans, I don't know, man. I got news on TNA and, Destination America not being too pleased with TNA ratings. I'll talk about that tomorrow. I don't want to give away all my news in one shot regarding TNA, but news on Jeff Hardy. And if you guys have been paying attention to the news articles and the dirt sheets and all the online wrestling sites, Jeff Hardy got into some trouble this past week, okay? And I know a few people across the IWC, or the YWC, have reported this. I only watch a few people, so I don't really care for anybody else but the people that I watch. So TNA President Dixie Carter has confirmed that former WWE Champion and current TNA Tag Team Champion Jeff Hardy recently suffered a broken leg in a dirt bike accident, okay? Yes, Jeff Hardy broke his leg in a dirt bike accident. Why? I don't know. Why he's dirt biking after winning the Tag Team Championship? I don't know. He's a very, very vital part to TNA and their success. I don't know why he would be so foolish into dirt biking when they need him most. But let me continue on with the news story. Carter announced the information through her social media account on Twitter. Hardy, along with his brother Matt, recently captured the TNA Tag Team Championship for the first time together on TNA programming. The duo won the vacant titles, which were held once by Eddie Edwards of the Wolves. Actually, I read that wrong, okay? They were vacated because Eddie Edwards of the Wolves fractured his heel, okay? The Wolves were Tag Team Champions, and I'm guessing they had to be vacated due to Eddie Edwards' injury, okay? The Hardy Boys have held both the WWE and TNA Tag Team titles, as well as multiple singles championships. Jeff has been WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, Intercontinental Champion, Light Heavyweight Champion, European Champion, Hardcore Champion, Hall of Famer right there. and TNA World Heavyweight Champion. The diagnosis right now isn't good for Jeff Hardy. I repeat that it isn't good for Jeff Hardy. Okay, according to sources, the typical recovery time from a broken tibia is between 4 and 6 months. This, in all likelihood, means Hardy will have to vacate his Tag Team Championship. Ironically, the Hardy Boys won the Tag Team Championship after the Wolves were forced to vacate it because of Eddie Edwards also injuring his leg, leaving him out for an extended period of time. As noted, okay, the two have held both the WWE and TNA Tag Team titles alongside multiple singles championships. Jeff has been the most successful of the two, becoming WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, IC, Lightweight, European Hardcore, and TNA World Heavyweight Champion to round out his impressive resume in the world of professional wrestling. Now, what this means, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't really watch TNA, and I know a lot of you guys, excuse me, something in my fucking mouth. Piece of fucking hair. I don't know. I think it's time for a haircut, I guess. That's what that means. But regardless of that, Jeff Hardy, you know, I don't know what possessed him to be irresponsible. I know he is the North Carolina guy, and, you know, he likes going into the backwoods and going all rural, you know, doing the dirt bikes and just living amongst the fucking forest and whatever the fuck the Hardy Boys do down in North Carolina, man. I don't know. But regardless of that, it sucks for TNA because, you know, I'm actually going to read you another news article regarding TNA and Destination America not being too pleased with what's going on regarding TNA. But Jeff Hardy, irresponsible, if you ask me. You know, they're paying him all this types of money. They just gave him the Tag Team Championship. They gave him one of the main titles in the company to, you know, to bear in that company, to showcase within that company, and he does that. You know, if I was an owner, I would be fucking fuming. I would be pissed at Jeff Hardy. I would not be too pleased as a promoter, and I can't see how Dixie Carter is sleeping well at night knowing this information. Jeff Hardy's going to be out for the rest of the year. Okay, that's a fucking vital part of your roster right there. People pay to see Jeff Hardy. People want to see Jeff Hardy. Merchandise is being sold with Jeff Hardy's fucking name and face on it. Okay? So, if I was Dixie Carter, I don't know how I'm sleeping well at night, man. This would bother the shit out of me. Irresponsible and foolish, if you ask me. Okay? I wish Jeff Hardy the speediest of recoveries, but 4 to 6 months to be out, he'll be out for the rest of the year. A broken leg, he'll be out the rest of the year. Okay? I don't see how they give him clearance to wrestle this year. It's over for Jeff Hardy. And that's going to be a big chunk of his contract, man. I don't know when his contract is up. I don't know if he would want to stay in TNA if that deal is being expired next year. I think it expires in February. I'm not really too sure on that. I'd have to look up and let you guys know again in a future video. But what if he wants to return to WWE? You know, what if he wants to return to WWE and WWE takes him back on a part-time schedule? You know, I know the Hardy Boys want that one shining moment in WWE again. I know everyone wants a WrestleMania moment again, man. Who doesn't? You know, you got to be a fucking retard to not want to go back to WWE and get that WrestleMania moment again, man. Sting went. You know, if Sting went to the WWE, anything is possible for anybody in TNA. You know, if you're an ex-WWE guy and you want to make that jump back over, okay? Obviously, I would love to see that happen. I would love to see Jeff Hardy back in WWE. I think a lot of good could come out of that. He was one of the most popular guys of all time during his time there. You know, that's why they made him WWE Champion in the first place, because the fans were vocal about it, and the WWE gave him the ball to run with. And that's why they made him champion. And TNA right now, I don't know what they're doing, man. I don't know what TNA is going to do. I'm going to read you something that I was going to talk about tomorrow in part 2, but Destination America is very happy with the ratings of TNA Impact Wrestling, especially given the fact that they're only paying a fraction of what Spike TV paid for the show. There are, however, issues, okay? So Destination America is very happy, but obviously there are issues with TNA. Destination America wants TNA television taped in American because, well, their network is, one, built around America, and they want their programming to feature different American cities. The issue first came up with TNA taping so much of their TV earlier this year in the United Kingdom. TNA has been planning a tour of China in May 2015, but it's still not a done deal. The Chinese promoters and the Chinese government wanted an episode of Impact taping over there. So far, Destination America has refused to air a show taped in China, and that is the biggest hang-up right now, and the reason the tour of China still isn't confirmed. It's such a big issue, the whole tour may fall apart completely over it. TNA is in a tough spot right now because interest in U.S. live events is pretty much non-existent. There is more interest overseas, but the issue with their American cable network persists. With the tour in China scheduled to happen in less than a month, they are running out of time for this to happen. Okay, so Destination America right now is very happy with the ratings of Impact Wrestling, given that, they're not really that well known, and they're only paying for a fraction of what Spike TV paid for TNA Impact. But TNA knows their product better than Destination America knows, okay? So if they are going to be more successful in the United Kingdom or overseas, I don't see why Destination America would set TNA up to fail, okay? You would have to let them do what they think is best for business. I don't see why Destination America would get in and have a problem with that. If I was a network and I would see growth in a company and I would see, them wanting to do what is best to, get them more marketable and make them more profitable and get them more viewership and to make them more money, I would say go for it. I don't see why TNA, is in a tough situation here. Obviously, Destination America is their home and they want to stick with the American theme. But I think Destination America really needs to back off and let TNA do what it needs to do and what TNA thinks is best for their company. Destination America is a television network, man. They really don't have any other professional wrestling. They have no prior history with professional wrestling on their network, man. TNA, for all we know, may be bringing in the biggest ratings for that network, period. So why would you want to stop Impact Wrestling, TNA, from doing what they think is best for them? I just don't get it. But Destination America is very happy with the ratings. This Chinese tour is being held up right now because Destination America refuses to air the show, being that they want their network built around America and they want the programming to be featured in American cities. Okay, so that is that. Along with the Jeff Hardy situation right now, TNA is in a tough pickle, and I don't know what's going to happen, but if I hear anything regarding Jeff Hardy and the future of Impact Wrestling on Destination America, I will definitely let you guys know right here on Off The Script, okay? Now, moving on. According to new reports, and I went off on this on Monday Night Raw Review. Like I said, if you guys missed it, link is down below. We all wanted to know why King of the Ring took place in 2 fucking days. 2 days. And the WWE did the event, and the honor of crowning a new king, no favors, man. Wade Barrett got absolutely no favors from winning King of the Ring, okay? But, according to new reports, WWE originally wanted to run King of the Ring for several weeks, following WWE Extreme Rules. As previously reported, the King of the Ring has returned, and the opening round of the tournament matches began during the April 27th edition of Monday Night Raw. The semifinal and finals of the King of the Ring took place live on the WWE Network before the tapings of SmackDown for April 28th, okay? Beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I did watch it. It was a very good show, okay? And we did crown Wade Barrett as the new King of the Ring. Bad News Barrett is now your reigning King of the Ring for 2015. Sheamus faced off against Neville, and R-Truth will compete against Bad News Barrett. That was the semifinals. The winners of those bouts obviously would advance to the finals, which would also take place live during the WWE Network broadcast. Dave Meltzer claimed that this was not WWE's original idea for the return of the King of the Ring. In the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer radio show, Meltzer says that the tournament was to begin on the WWE Network on April 28th and be held for several weeks. Why WWE made the decision to move the tournament to a 2-night competition has yet to be revealed, but at some point between April 23rd and April 26th, the company decided to promote the King of the Ring during the 2015 edition of Extreme Rules and announced that the opening round would happen during Raw on April 27th and would conclude the following night on the WWE Network in place of what WWE used to call main event. Now, I went on about this, man, and I really wish WWE would get their fucking head out of the clouds. Honestly. King of the Ring, the name itself sells the fucking pay-per-view. You need to do nothing. Nothing. The King of the Ring allows you, WWE Creative, to be exactly that. Creative. Take 8 guys. Take 16 guys. Make this the biggest fucking thing of the year, man, besides WrestleMania. Okay? Make this the biggest fucking thing besides WrestleMania. Make it 16 guys. Make it 8. Whatever. Span this over several weeks. Give fans the fucking opportunity to watch up-and-comers, man. Include some NXT guys. This will be a great way to get the fucking NXT guys out there. Get their name out there, man. I don't understand why WWE is having such a difficult time getting and bringing King of the Ring back into fucking relevance. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. King of the Ring should have qualifying matches. Those qualifying matches will determine who is in the field of 8 or 16, whatever you want to do, man. This is an open fucking forum. You can do whatever you want with the King of the Ring, man. Creativity rules here. And then from the 8 or the 16, whatever, you would have first round, second round, third round, fourth round, whatever, until you get to the finals. All right? The King of the Ring back in the day used to be an entire pay-per-view. An entire pay-per-view of 8. You got 4 first-round matches, then you got 2 semifinals, and then you got 1 final, man. If you want to be King of the Ring, you got to fucking prove yourself 3 times in one night. That's what Bret Hart did. That's what Owen Hart did, man. And before that, there was King of the Rings back in the early day, and then the WWE kind of switched gears with the King of the Ring and just gave you the semifinals on pay-per-view, and then eventually they just gave you the finals on pay-per-view, and then eventually, after that, they just stopped showing it on pay-per-view. They took it off the fucking pay-per-view calendar. King of the Ring should be fucking right in the center of your summer, man. You got Money in the Bank and then King of the Ring. Okay? King of the Ring should automatically be a pay-per-view. The winner of the King of the Ring should be crowned number 1 contender. And that guy, whoever wins King, whoever's crowned King, goes on to SummerSlam to fight for the WWE Championship, man. That's the way it should be. We don't know why WWE forced this down our throats in 2 nights, but it did nobody any good. Honestly, nobody will remember this, man. King of the Ring needs to be memorable, and the only way that can happen is if you put it back on pay-per-view and you give it the fucking care that it deserves, man. The attention that it deserves. Enough of this rush bullshit, man. People love tournaments. People love the anticipation and the excitement of fucking the winner goes on and advances. The loser goes home. People love that, man. Down to the fucking wire. You win, you fucking advance. You lose, you go home. Simple. I don't understand it, man. I could give you a fucking King of the Ring tournament in WWE 2K15 and have it better than whatever WWE did on the WWE Network, okay? I gave you my King of the Ring, makeup on Monday Night Raw Review. I gave you 8 guys. I gave you a fucking scenario that I would love to see happen in King of the Ring, but WWE failed on that opportunity. It's all in my Monday Night Raw Review. If you guys want to go watch that, like I said, the link is down below. But as of right now, we don't know why WWE rushed this through 2 days. We don't know. Hopefully, we do find out. And if I do find out, I will certainly let you guys know right here on Off the Script, okay? Moving on. This is interesting news. Interesting news. And I hope this happens because I think this would be big for Lana, okay? During Rusev's ongoing feud with John Cena, the Russian powerhouse has had his fair share of dissension with his manager Lana. On a number of occasions, Rusev has sent Lana to the back during his matches. Things only worsened when Rusev dropped his United States Championship to Cena at WrestleMania, just after the former accidentally bumped Lana off the ring apron. As recently reported, WWE has big plans for Lana, wanting to give her a big babyface push. Within the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter by Dave Meltzer, paid subscription people, an update is provided in regards to what direction WWE may go with in Lana's with Lana completely, okay? According to newsletters by Dave Meltzer, Vince McMahon believes that it is important for Lana in the end to reveal that she is really American. The stunning revelation will be made in a way to make her transition away from Rusev seamless. For now, WWE is planning on keeping the Lana name. However, there has reportedly been some internal discussion on using the name CJ, playing off her real name, Catherine Joy Perry. The reasoning behind transforming Lana into CJ is that it may make fans think of an attractive blonde because of Pamela Anderson's portrayal of CJ Parker in Baywatch. Fuck that. Fuck that. I don't think that's fucking... That's just fucking retarded, to be honest with you, okay? I would not change Lana's name. I would keep Lana. If she wants to end up being American, that would be a shocker, man. That would be stunning. I would love to see that come off on television. Either way you look at it, Lana is being prepped for big things. Sounds very interesting. Hopefully WWE and Vince sticks to his guns on this, because I would love to see it. I think Lana is going to do very well for herself if this is the case. And Rusev, listen, he can get over by himself, man. He's a big boy. He can talk for himself. He's been doing very well on the microphone. He's been playing a great heel character. So I do think that this could work out for the best, even though some of you may think that breaking them up is a mistake. But if they do it right, it could potentially work great for both Lana and Rusev, man. But that is the breaking news and the possible direction for Lana in the WWE, okay? And finally, guys, to end this week's Off the Script, since Sting officially signed with the WWE in 2014, the company has actively utilized his namesake for promotion. Last fall, WWE released its Best of Sting compilation, which was complete with a subtle error many former WCW fans picked up on. According to a new report, the company plans to continue cashing in on the icon into 2015. Per WrestlingDVDnews.com, WWE will release a new DVD and Blu-ray on Sting later this year. However, unlike the other piece released, this is expected to be a documentary. The other outlet reports that the film will likely include interviews with Sting himself, which will differ from the past releases. It was noted new interviews with former WCW champion were filmed for the upcoming release of the Monday Night War Volume 1, Shots Fired. It is possible more interviews were captured for this project. There is speculation the new film will go more in-depth on his run with WWE to this point, including WrestleMania 31 and his match with Triple H. The match featured a WCW vs. WWE tie-in where members of the NWO ran in to help and even the odds for the former WCW brother to battle Triple H and D-Generation X. So that is that. I'm sure if WWE is planning to make more money off Sting, good for them. That's what they brought him in for. They wanted his marketability. They wanted his name. Hopefully they use Sting again in the future on WWE TV. I think he still has a lot left to give the fans, and I think he still has a lot left in the tank to go. He looked great at WrestleMania. But either way you look at it, any DVD WWE puts out, especially documentary, it's really great, okay? Anything that they do is fantastic. So you know it's going to be well worth your money. And I don't put WWE, in that category of putting out shitty DVDs. They always put quality stuff out, and I don't think this is something that fans would be bothered with. I think Sting, is very popular still even now. People want to hear about his history. They want to hear about his past. They want to, relive his most memorable matches. They want to still continue to see him in WWE. So I think this is going to be good, and I'm sure it's going to be a great project when it's all said and done and completed. And we're going to get a new DVD with Sting. So look forward to that, guys, if you guys are interested in Sting and just WWE DVDs in general, okay? But that closes out part 1 of WWE Off the Script, part 1, number 63. I got more news on John Cena, Daniel Bryan, and the Bella Twins possibly separating from Total Divas and going on their own reality-based TV show, okay? I got more Ronda Rousey news, yes. Dana White seems to be in the fucking news all over the place. I got news on Jeff Jarrett possibly going after former WWE talent for Global Force Wrestling as they have TV tapings coming up in Las Vegas in July. So that is very interesting, guys. I got news on who he's going after and what he plans to do. I got more news on the curb stomp being banned. More news on that, why it was really banned. And I got one logical guess to give you guys. His name is Vince McMahon. Okay? Why was the curb stop taken away from Seth Rollins? You could just ask Vince McMahon that. I got exclusive. Nobody's got this on YouTube.com. Exclusive information on why the curb stomp is going to be banned from Seth Rollins' moveset. Okay? So I got news on that. Look forward to that as well. And I got news on Triple H and where he sees WWE TV going on into the future. A behind-the-scenes exclusive interview with him was taken, and he talks about people and how they perceive WWE TV, man. I got a very, very interesting news piece on what Triple H says about the internet community and the fans of the WWE. So that is all I got lined up for you in part 2. Let me know what you think about the top stories in part 1. I'm fucking exhausted, guys. I'm really tired. Working my ass off at work. It's a big work weekend, and I've been playing Destiny. Iron Banner's coming around, and I've been grinding on that. I rarely get any sleep at night, maybe 5 or 6 hours, and I'm fucking back to work, doing work, and then going to YouTube and just starting all this all over again, man, day after day. So you gotta excuse me for me sounding a little bit tired and stuttering here and there. I'm just very, very tired as it is, and like I said, I just want to apologize about that. But regardless of that, I will be back with part 2. I do work early, so I should get that all taken care of early on Saturday. So that is that, guys. Let me know what you think down below of all the top stories. If you enjoyed, hit that thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. Helps out my channel. If you're not subscribed to me, please hit that subscribe button. I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for, man. The #1 source for WWE news and rumors right here on YouTube.com. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter at JD206. If you guys want more additional wrestling content on YouTube, Joe Cronin and Chairshot Reality, man. All those links you need are linked down below in the description. And like I said in the outset, if you guys want 10% off instantly from your first crate for Wrestle Crate in May, just use the promo code JDSENTME, man, and go sign up. Great fucking box coming for you guys in May of 2015. I'll be back with part 2, guys. Until then, take care. This is JD. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on part 2 of Off the Script. Talk to you later.